Something I want to put forwards, I want to make clear. Everyone in this room, I would probably bet my left nut. That's a very dangerous thing to bet. I would never bet that. I'm found on my left nut. I'd probably bet a kidney that everyone in this room has flaked before on someone. Girl, guy. Everyone here has done it. And I'm willing to bet that you've done it to people who you liked. So what I want to drive home first is that just because a girl does flake for whatever reason, like, you invite her out and then she's like 2 days later, I can't come out on Friday because, or, all these different things, doesn't automatically mean that she doesn't like you. It doesn't automatically that. People like, you're talking to a girl, she has a life outside of you. And in that life, things happen occasionally. And sometimes that just happens to clash with your plans. And at this point, you are more or less just a strange guy who seems fun enough to meet again. So why should she throw her whole life asunder to make sure she makes a plan, she keeps a plan with you? So it doesn't necessarily mean, it can, but it doesn't necessarily. It also doesn't necessarily mean she's a bad sort and you shouldn't trust her evermore. Okay, so not every woman is necessarily not liking you or being a bad type of human being for flaking straight away. By the way, I've turned off the aircon. So, things you need to start thinking about, okay, with flaking. Just think about this a little bit. First of all, does she back out without planning another date? And that should be obvious, but not to every guy. If a chick backs out and goes, oh crap, I can't make it on Friday, you happen to be around on Saturday, that's a good thing, that's fine, that's cool. That doesn't mean anything bad whatsoever yet. She keeps doing it. It's another story. I'll talk about that shortly. How much notice does she give you? So if you're getting told at the last minute when you're already there, that's problematic. That's problematic. I'm not okay with that. Neither should you be. But if she tells you a day before or right in the morning, early that day, that's okay. That's not necessarily a bad signal at this point. It just means something has come up for whatever reason. Is she apologetic or matter of fact? There is actually a difference. If a girl calls up and says, oh, I'm really sorry, or she texts you and goes, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't make it to this time, blah, blah, blah. Odds are, just because she literally said, I'm so sorry, I can't make it, odds are it's legitimate. Oddly enough, I've just experienced this most of the time. She should, but often, like I said, if a girl's not that confident, she'd rather text than call, and yeah. But yes, ideally, I'd like her to, but not always. So if she says that, or but if you get a text that goes, oh, hey, I can't make it on Saturday night, I got to do this. Even if it's like, you can see the difference between the two, right? Hey, I can't make it on Saturday, sorry. Or, hey, I'm so sorry, I can't make it on Saturday. Small difference, but actually, when I see that difference, I read into it because I've just consistently, when I get that, I'm so sorry, can't make it, when they actually seem to actually care, it usually means something is legitimate. So in those cases, I generally don't make a big deal of it. Sorry? This is exactly what I do. So if I think, okay, let's take this a little further, what I'll do is the second a girl tells me she's not able to make it, straight away, I'll offer an alternative if she hasn't. Straight away, bam, cool, not a problem. Let's meet at this time, this place. If she still can't, she's like, oh, I can't make it then either. I will tell her when I'm going to contact her again to arrange a date. This is, again, a little bit of sales stuff coming through. You let them know, you know what, I'll call you, I don't know what I'm doing yet next week, so I'm going to call you on Wednesday and we'll make a time then. Make sense? Double points if she says, cool, not a problem. And she actually replies. Even better. Then she's very likely to take the call when you call her. So I don't keep offering alternatives. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's the same thing if I'm calling a girl. Is if I offer two options and she doesn't offer me a third if she can't do either. Nah, you know what? I'll call you next week when I know my schedule better. Make sense? Give them the option. If they don't give me an alternative, they're not as eager as I'm hoping they'll be. I'll just make another time when it suits me. Don't ever accept recurrent flaking. I'm not okay with it. If you get a girl, if I get 2 flakes in a row, 2, that's all it's going to take. If I get 2 flakes in a row, she gets and I do this on a lot of different occasions, is what I call the shit or get off the pot rule. And it's basically saying, it's a very honest text that says, this is what I want, this is what I see, what's going to happen. And it's not, you're not meant to be emotional, you're not meant to be upset or angry. Okay, if you are feeling upset or angry, wait until you're not when you write it. Very important. Essentially, I'll write something like this. Hey babe, I'd love to catch up with you, but you seem unreliable. Let me know if there's a time you can commit to. Does that make sense? Now, sometimes you'll send that and you'll get no response at all. Great, you've just, stepped away from a world of hurt. Sometimes you'll send that and it will happen, I don't know, maybe 50% of the time, and you'll get a genuine apology and she's much less likely to flake the next time. She only gets that one last chance. But I do not like the idea of letting someone, and I think it degrades your self-esteem, to let someone constantly just behave in a way that puts you out. Yeah? So I will write a text and call them on it and give them the opportunity to make right. And it's not supplicating. I'm saying, you know what, I do want to see you, but this is proving hard. Give me a time that you can commit to. No harm in it. It's strong, it's direct. For some, it's going to be too strong and direct, but for me, I like it. And it really does. It gets a lot more, it stops a lot of, as I said, about 50% stops them from behaving that way around you. Because they know, okay, he's not going to stand for it. Is that cool, guys? There's one thing I don't want guys to keep doing. The reason why some guys do it as well, of course, but some girls keep flaking on guys all the time is because guys will put up with it. And if guys will put up with it, that's behavioral conditioning right there. Right? Just like my first girlfriend would ask for all these really unreasonable things of me, and I'd put up with it, and I'd do it. I'm conditioning her to be really hard on me, to ask her really unreasonable things. I'm conditioning that out of her. So you're conditioning the opposite. You're saying, you know what? Not cool, but you're not getting upset about it. You're saying, this is what I want. Where are we at?
Hey guys, do you get frustrated approaching women and then getting rejected? I'd like to invite you to my free 12-video training series where I'm going to show you how to make such an amazing first impression before you even say a word that rejection will soon become a thing of the past. See that button down there? Don't procrastinate anymore. Go ahead and click on it, and I look forward to working with you.